Family party. Sunday afternoon and the family's here. Cash wants to show everyone his new racetrack. Paige and Dre love Anki Overdrive too?
Yeah.
Yeah, you like it?
How about you, Uncle Jeff?
Yeah, this is cool. Okay, wait.
Yeah, it's gonna go front way. Thanks to my dad. Reach up there.
What do you want to do?
Do a pull-up.
You want to do a pull-up?
Lift me, please. Okay, stop.
Alright.
Yeah. Dad, look!
Oh, are you kipping?
Dad.
That's good kipping.
Dad, help. Just drop. No.
Just don't pull his pants down.
Okay, so here we are. We're having a family birthday party for Cash's birthday. And everybody is here. It's gonna be great. I'm excited. So we've got Grandma Tammy and Dre and his mommy, Grandpa Leroy, and we've got birth grandparents and uncles and grandpas and all sorts of everybody. What are you doing?
Building Legos.
Who gave you those Legos?
I don't remember.
Were you so spoiled? Grandma Denise did. And then who else gave you Legos tonight?
Grandma Hanson.
That's right. You are so lucky. You have lots of people that love you, huh? Yeah, that's right. So everybody's kind of gone. We're just settling, and then Spencer and Tori are here hanging with us.
Yeah, I know.
Say hi.
Hello. Hello.
So we're just sitting here talking. So with open adoption, it's kind of interesting. It's an interesting animal. Sometimes there's things that we kind of run up against that we aren't expecting, and emotions that kind of come up that are kind of new and that we aren't necessarily expecting either. And so we're all just sitting here talking about you know, those struggles, and do we talk about those? And you know, we kind of feel like we do. We kind of feel like we should share the great moments with you guys, and not only that, but you know, the stuff that we kind of have to work through. So tonight was kind of one of those moments, I felt like, a little bit, and a moment that we've had before too. You know, I've had before for sure.
I don't know. They're usually random where, I don't know, sometimes it can just hit me like just random emotions. Like today, for example, was one of them. We walked into the party, everyone was celebrating Cash's birthday and everything, and I was so excited to come celebrate and see everyone and be here with all of you guys. And for some reason, I just had an overwhelming, it just kind of was a little bit overwhelming for me. I wasn't expecting to have it at all, and I just started crying for some reason, just seeing Lenna and everyone around her, and so I kind of had to leave the room for a minute and kind of get myself back together, go outside for a deep breath, and I don't know, I'm okay now, but it was definitely a struggle for sure, just kind of random. I wasn't expecting it at all.
And I've totally had those moments before too. I was telling Tori I had a moment like that at Lenna's birthday, where I was just like, okay, this is like a lot, because everyone loves her so much that sometimes it's hard to figure out, like, it's hard to share sometimes. And it's hard to figure out like where you belong and in all of that. Is that kind of what you're thinking too?
That's the way that I felt. We kind of came in and I felt like everyone was just kind of goes towards Lenna, you know, and so I just kind of felt like I didn't know where my place was there for a second. And yeah, after I got it all together, it was okay, but sometimes it's just kind of random. Yeah, it turns out to be okay.
I feel like when we talk about it, that's when we can kind of resolve, and I don't know, it ends up being okay. I feel like with this whole thing, open communication has just been huge, right? Like,
yeah,
don't you
open
think?
communication.
I think
If you're not,
if you just, I don't know, if she were to hide things like that, if she were to keep that to herself, it would just eat away. I don't think that it would be helpful at all to keep that to herself.
and luckily I have this amazing guy that was there that I could talk to, and he was comforting me, and so it's 100% helpful, like, to have people and to talk about it, like constantly be talking about it, talking about your feelings. Don't keep them inside of you, because it just gets confusing.
Well, and I feel like too, talking about it kind of puts us on the same team, don't you think?
Yeah.
It makes it so that we can kind of figure it out together and kind of meet in the middle and help each other through it. I remember, babe, weren't you saying when I was having problems, I'm like, do I say something? Do I not say something?
I've always said, yes, we talk about it. It needs to be out in the open. We can't have feelings and not share them, because then the other party doesn't know how you're feeling, doesn't know even that there's an issue.
Right, and I feel like if you don't talk about it, your feelings will just keep getting worse and worse.
I just think the biggest thing is to understand that it's normal. I mean, it's completely normal, and it's okay to have those feelings. It's okay to, you know, be hurting, and it's okay to be emotional and grieve. You know, it's not something that you need to be embarrassed about. It's not something that needs to be, you know, something that you need to hide or to keep from anybody. It's something that, you know, it's an open adoption. It's going to be really difficult at times.
I think since we're talking about this, it's a good time to talk about like the issue that you had back when Tori was getting married, and you know, you're spending time with a lot of her friends and her acquaintances.
I forgot about that.
Just, you know, share with our viewers some of the struggles you've had with open adoption.
I forgot about that. I don't know if I ever told you about
I don't
this.
think so.
So when I was coming to all of your...
We need to communicate.
I know, right? I'm totally a culprit. So I'm like, do I say anything? Do I not? How do we address it? But when I was coming to all of your like bridal shower stuff and your bachelorette party and everything, do you?
I feel like I know where you're going.
Do you know where I'm going? So there was, you know, one or two people that were just kept like saying, you know, you have your mommy's eyes and you have your mommy's blah blah blah, and I'm like, yeah, she does, but.
Have Tori's eyes.
You're like, but I'm her mom.
Yeah, and so that was one of those times where I'm like, where do I fit in this? And I'm like, am I the
struggle
babysitter?
sometimes.
Am I the, yeah, because it's, I mean.
We've never done this before.
Exactly. And you are her birth mom. Like, she does have your eyes, you know? But then I'm like, but am I her mom? Like, do I get to be her mom too? And so I remember that at that point it was difficult for me. I'm like, do I say anything? Do I not? But it wasn't like it was, nobody in our close circle talks like that. But I think maybe it's good to educate people, you know, that
And that's what I said.
an adopted mom is a mom too. I don't know. Or in that, you know, you're her birth mom too. And so it's a really interesting dynamic. I don't know.
You're both mothers.
Yeah.
Well, we've had times too where it's like what do we call her? Because if I'm like talking about Lenna,
what do you call
I'm
Lenna?
not gonna say, you know, your daughter to Tori. I'm
Right.
not, I can't say that. It's kind of like, what do you?
Yeah.
You know, what is she to Tori?
Yeah. What do you guys say?
Right. You just say Lenna.
You just it's
Lenna,
really interesting.
But there's been times where it almost pops out, and it's just like, okay, well, it's hard because I don't want to, you know, be rude or bring up any negative feelings, and you know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It is kind of a sensitive subject.
It's interesting to.
Did you notice when you first had her, we didn't call me or you anything? Did you notice that? We kind of like tiptoed
Avoided
around
it.
that.
Yes.
Like we didn't call, like I didn't have a title and you didn't have a
Yeah.
title.
Well, that's also where open communication comes in. You don't want to have to tiptoe around everything. Like, just talk about it. Like, so what do we call you? What do we call you? Like, what do we call me? Like, what am I? So,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
I feel like we've gotten better at communication for sure since since time has gone on, but it's definitely taken practice.
It has.
For sure. I mean, it's a really interesting dynamic and a really interesting situation that like stuff comes up that I never knew would be a thing or
Right. It's so different and new, and
yeah.
the experience is not like anything else ever. So it's just kind of taking it as it comes, open communication, and figuring everything out one step at a time. So
But we roll with it.
Yep.
Right? And we work at it. We work at it just like any other relationship, right? Like
true.
every relationship you have, you work at, and we work at this one too.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
We're a team. All of us. Huh, babe?
We are, yep. I'm playing Legos. I'm just here for the Legos.
Yeah, but we're a team, and we love it. All right, so should we close this out? Should we say bye? Did you have a good birthday today?
Yeah.
Yeah?
What was your favorite part of today?
Doing Legos with Dad.
Oh, good answer.
There was no coaching there.
There was no whispering in his ear.
Not at all. Jet, what was your favorite part of today?
Doing the Legos.
Doing the Legos. Dad, what was your favorite part of today?
Building Legos with my kids.
Yeah. Let's see. And my favorite part of today, I think, was hanging out with everybody. It was so good to see everyone. It's been a little while since we've had everyone together, so I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
You guys wanna be part of our tradition? We talk about our favorite part of the day every night.
Our favorite part of the day.
Yeah. Any part of the day.
We slept in. That was a good part
That
of
was
the day.
probably a good part of the
We
day.
slept
We
in.
never get to sleep in.
Just fun seeing family and everyone. So.
Whole day was the best part.
There you go. You guys remember what to say?
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. And give us a big thumbs up.
Woohoo!
So cute.
Nice.
No coaching even.